Hi there! You might remember me from such videos as, well, the last one I made. Haha! uh, so, constructive criticism, good thing. Unconstructive criticism, okay then. Um, for the most part, it seemed my first video was well received. Yay. Um, but I also decided, no, let's shy away from full-blown politics. Because at the end of the day, I think we're all a bit tired of that. I know I am. I had mainly just talked about it because I was talking about the couple people I started watching. You know, Sargon of Akkad, The Rubin Report, Joe Rogan, etc., etc. So, yeah. Moving on to a different field of topics. Good trying to edit that out. So I went to Chimera, not the local hobby store or local gaming store, whatever you want to call it, but one of the nearby gaming stores, and bought a bunch of singles. For a couple decks I'm working on. For a couple years before moving up here, and primarily since I've been up here, I've been mainly playing EDH, also known as Commander, and EDH is short for Elder Dragon Highlander. Because there can be only one of each type, of each card in the deck, and it consists of 100 cards to a deck, with one of those cards being your general or commander. And back in the day, they used the 5 Elder Dragons from from a couple. They were primarily one specific block, but at least one of them got reprinted, if I remember correctly. But that's how it got its name, Elder Dragon Highlander. But that's tangent, not the point. So while I'm there, waiting for the couple singles that I chosen to be pulled from their thing, I'm taking a look around, and I'm noticing all the different card sleeves and deck boxes. And it's like, okay, cool. Colors. Oh, it says Magic the Gathering on it. Cool. Oh, Wizards is partnering with Ultra Pro to print even more Magic card art on sleeves and boxes. Whatever. But then I notice something. Now, in addition to your average run-of-the-mill colored sleeves and the art sleeves, for the past couple years, there have been what I like to call generic third-party sleeves. These are sleeves that have rainbows, or a cat, or a meme, or, you know, that angry wolf meme. You know, they may have bacon on them, or one of the more interesting ones is like, I said good day, sir, and it has a mustache and a top hat on it as well. Bravo. But then you also get ones where it's like, if it didn't exclude the obvious product title, you would know that that is Legend of Zelda. That is Doctor Who. That's Mario. But because they use, I don't want to say obscure, but more, oh, this is falling under general use fair rights, or fair claim rights. That's what I should have said. It's like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with printing a picture of a blue police box on sleeves and a deck box. Doesn't say Doctor Who. They don't have police boxes trademarked, to my knowledge. Well, it's probably trademarked by the people who invented them, but the image itself is not a specific trademark. You probably could make the argument if there had been a DW on it, or if it had been slightly opened and you saw some sci-fi shit inside, but just blue police box, okay. And it didn't even come up to the point. It's like just the entire side to fill up the entire card sleeve, you know. But and then it's like, okay, that's the Triforce. But you can argue it's just 3 yellow triangles that just so happen to resemble the Triforce. Okay. And that's just a mushroom with the words 1-up under it. It doesn't say Mario, it doesn't have Mario's appearance on it. You know. And you know, stuff like that. And I think that stuff is, you know, it's pretty neat. Pretty generic, borderline copyrightable, but whatever. So, but then you have the obvious stuff that you know Hasbro was able to push because Magic's big. Guess what else is pig? What else is pig? What else is big? Ponies! There are several My Little Pony deck boxes and well, I didn't go out of my way looking for them, sleeves. And, you know, but then you get the best part. You got Autobot and Decepticon and Optimus Prime sleeves and boxes, and I admit I have one of my decks. I lucked out and got the HasCon exclusive Magic cards from last year, and it came with Grimlock, the Magic card. So I made a vehicle dinosaur deck, and I used the Autobot sleeves on that deck, and it's just like, yes, yes, oh yes indeed. But anyway, but then you have other stuff now. For past 5-6 years, there's been Cardfight Vanguard, or is it Vanguard Cardfight? I don't remember off the top of my head at this particular moment. I'm pretty sure it's Cardfight Vanguard, and you have Force of Will. And Force of Will is heavy in the anime art tropes, and you know, elves with big titties, and mages and Durgans, knights that look like they shouldn't be able to stand with that armor, and you know, stereotypical anime fantasy whatever. And so you have some generalized anime stuff, you know. But then with Cardfight Vanguard, you have specific anime series getting their own cards, or sets of cards, I should say. So you've had cards like Sword Art Online, uh, Love, pretty sure Love Live was one of them. If not at Idolmaster, I don't know. I don't like idol anime. Never have, never will. And, but that's a topic for another day. But anyway, you know, uh, and then Kill la Kill, awesome. Gurren Lagann. Now you've got my interest. So that's something to look into another day. But giant robot card game? Yes. Very much interested. But anyway, so you have all these specific licensed anime shows that are now card games. Well, that means that, you know, if you follow the steps of logic that I hopefully have set up correctly, you also have official anime licensed card sleeves by Ultra Pro. I saw multiple different series. Fate Stay Night, or Fate Stay, or or one of those. That's another multi-series, or multi-season series / game franchises that I'm not going to touch. Again, topic for another video. But, you know, so you have those, then you have Sword Art Online. And you have Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Which is a great show despite its title. I'm thinking of doing a separate video series, my thoughts on some of the various anime that I like, I own, I want to own, or I just couldn't stand. No, but anyway. So it's like, wow, this is nuts. And then I saw Naruto and Sasuke card protectors, and I'm just like, we've reached the tipping point. We are now at a time when you can play an anime card game with anime sleeves, and these are official products. I've even looked at a couple websites, and they have stuff like Konosuba sleeves and deck boxes, and K-On! Sleeves and deck boxes. Come here. Come on. Come on, Briscoe. Come here, buddy. No? Okay. The dog sits and stares at me like I want you to read my mind, even though I am just a dog. Oh, he does want up? Come on, buddy. Come here. Oh. Come here. Oh, I keep it a bit cold. And he gets cold easy. He's a 5-pound dog. So I keep blanket for him. Yes. Yeah. This is Briscoe. He's Papillion with a little bit of Maltese. Completely off topic. But he was in the last video, and I figure might as well introduce him. He's a spoiled little brat. Yes, you still smell the chicken on my hands. Yes. Yes. But anyway, it's just mind-blowing and amazing, all, and just wow. I mean, if you were to tell, you know, 5th, 6th grade me, who's just getting into anime, who just got into magic, thanks to his cousin, if you had told me at a younger age that one day I would be able to play magic in an interesting, cool format, or even regular format, because it really doesn't matter. But the point is that I'd be able to play a card game I love in deck boxes and sleeves, which are admittedly they aren't required. It is an optional product, but it is to help protect the cards, so that should you want to have them last longer or retain their value on the secondary market, which Wizards has never and will never acknowledge because of legal reasons, primarily the whole gambling shabagle. But if you were to tell me that I would be able to play a game I love, decked out in anime shows that I love, I would have called you a liar. I would have dug my heels in and said, "You're crazy." And it's like, well, on the one hand, yeah, it is a bit crazy. 'Cause here we've come, and it hasn't even been a full decade since they started doing all these anime sleeves and deck boxes and whatnot. And it's just exploded. Hell, 20 years ago, oh God, 20 years, jeez. You weren't even alive then. Oh. 20 years ago, if you had told somebody that anime conventions were going to be huge, they were going to take place almost year-round, and that they were going to have, stuff like Cosplay Nation and this, that, and the other stuff, and what are you doing? Wanted to lick my hand because it also must have chicken. Anyway, if you had told me that, that anime would be as widespread and popular as it is, that, it had not infiltrated, it had permeated other aspects of entertainment, from, easily accessible figures and card games and the whole shebang, I would never even think it plausible. And I just think that it's awesome that it has spread so much, that anime has become such an accepted and widespread topic, part of our lives. I'm not even sure how to really classify it. But yeah, I just think it's really awesome, and I just wanted to kind of share that sentiment with you guys. If you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate that, especially since I'm recording this, off the cuff, yeah, no script, and it seems that most videos nowadays, they're scripted. The only things you really see that aren't scripted are the long format interviews, like Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro, or live streams, you know? And on the one hand, if there's a topic where I want to have all my ducks in a row and I want to have all my thoughts spread out before me, I'll kind of script it, but I don't feel that's genuine. It's less personal, less interactive, I want to say, because like this, you know, you see some of my faults, you see the little rat here. Yeah, he's talking about you, and you're still going at my hand. But yeah, I think I'll leave that yawn from the beginning of the video in just because I like film the kind of natural, uninterrupted stream of thought format, I guess you could call it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. uh, and I'm thinking about, well, I have a degree in art, and I'm thinking of setting up a Patreon. Of course, that would be only if and this, you know, this venture that I'm trying, you know, actually takes off somewhere. But, you know, if let me know if you're like, "Oh, I would like to see what you've done." Sure, I'll pay you to draw something for me. Whoring out to consumerism because you're worth it. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll join me the next time I make a video. Maybe sooner than I think. Maybe sooner than you think. Who knows? Bye-bye.